Hello everyone, welcome back to Bloodborne. It's been a couple days since I recorded. I've been super busy with work, and I was also having a bunch of technical difficulties with the game stuttering really badly for some reason. I think I figured out a fix. I think it has something to do with my graphic card output that, like, depending on what applications I have running on my desktop at any given time, my resolution changes very slightly. I don't exactly know why that happens, but basically all I have to do, I think, to keep it from stuttering is actually watch something in Netflix for a few seconds, and it'll, like, watch something full screen in Netflix specifically, and, like, my graphics card stutters a little bit, and after I do that, this game then works. In the various attempts to record in the last few days, where it was stuttering, I came into here and we saw that this lady was now waiting for us. This is the lady who was at her own door. And I attempted to do a little bit of combat to just, like, I don't know, see if I could work my way through the graphics issues. Which didn't really work super well. I got like 3,000 souls, but I used too many resources and I was having a real bad time. I died a few times actually, but hopefully we don't have too many more technical issues. Let's just get moving forward, and hopefully I'm not too rusty after a couple days without playing. So let's talk to our first guest.
Do you think I owe you something? Well, that's a fine lark, I'd say. This whole mess that Yharnam's in, it's all your fault. Stupidity outsiders. Our blood's ruined, tainted by your ilk. Don't you come near me. I know your type.
Yeah, well, hopefully we won't have to come near you. I know of at least 2 other NPCs who we can get to come here. I don't know where they are, so we'll see what happens with that. Another note... Oh, they're still dead. Yeah, last time I grinded, I guess I killed these guys, so the game remembers that. Which sort of makes sense. I haven't died or touched a lantern. I will say, as a couple notes, I have not been picking up items in the couple of times where I was trying to get the stuttering to stop. I walked around a little bit. I didn't pick up items. Oh, bloodstone shards, nice. I did kill this guy once. I don't know if I cared that much about killing him again. He's... Yeah. Oh. He's actually, like, I think not that interesting an enemy. I said I killed him once. He's kind of like a Dark Souls enemy. He's big and he's kind of slow, and if you dodge through his attacks, he's really not bad. Hello, Crow. Oh, there's 2 of you. Oh, that's bad. Oh, and there I die. Didn't realize there were 2 of them, because I have not come into this area before. One of them will probably pick up my souls, but as I said, I'm a little rusty. My situational awareness is bad there. I'm so excited to get back into this game, though. I was actually reviewing the footage. I have the first 6 episodes, as of my starting this video, the first 6 episodes uploaded, and that kind of, like, blew my mind when I was actually looking at them, because like, looking at the total count, the idea that I've actually been playing this game for like 5+ hours so far is really weird to me. Because it feels like I just started. Like, I don't feel like I have 5 hours in this game. Nice. Like, I feel like I'm like an hour in. Oh, whole new set. Oh yeah, also there's that. If you didn't see the purple orb there, that's a whole thing. Yeah, purple orb descended, and if I ran into it, I would have been lifted up into the air, and I would have died. I guess the hunter garb that's right there must be the bait for that. We'll come back to that later. It's a funny thing. I think I won't spoil. I know what's up with it, but it's kind of a funny thing. So there's different hunter garb, but I think they have basically the same stats. This other one has slightly worse defense against blunt, but slightly better frenzy resistance and beasthood. Which I don't really care about that much for now. The gloves are identical, the trousers are identical. Hat worn by hunters who admire formality. Some hunters place an emphasis on form, as seen by the use of the threaded cane. For them, formality, beauty, and justice are the very essence of our humanity, and precisely what keeps hunters from becoming something else. That's a nice little bit of lore. What I was trying to find was comparing its stats against my current hat. So 30, 70, 40, 20, 20, 30, 40, 50, 50, 40, 50, 20, 50, 30. Okay, so the spread is different. Not enough that I really care about changing it, but I can maybe, at some point I'll look more into how the menuing works in this. Because in Dark Souls you have the ability to directly compare two items, which is preferable. Like, you can see what the stat gain, stat loss is between what you have versus what you're selecting. Okay, so there's the other guy. Let's wait for his patrol to go away, because I think fighting them two at a time is maybe a little bit beyond me while I'm getting back into this. Although I could. Hopefully I don't aggro the tall guy. Ow. Not the best fight. I don't know why the visceral didn't work, but you know, whatever. Oh, did the crow pick up my souls? Very cool. Kind of makes sense. Scavenger. Still, gotta get back into the rhythm. Thank you. Hello. Ow. Ow. Even the crows are dangerous when I'm this out of practice. Alright. Where to now? That goes nowhere. I think this is where I get the binoculars. Again, I don't know the game super well. I don't know the game well enough to know exact item placement. Oh, binocular, there we go. But for whatever reason, I remembered that was there. Few notes. Time for eyes. Yep, that is accurate. I also think there was maybe another one of those item droppy guys over here, and I think he tries to lead you off the cliff, but I might have not seen him because we were fighting the big guys. Yeah, I forget what they're called in this. In Dark Souls, they're crystal lizards, and yeah, the idea is that it's a fast-moving little enemy, and they're a little harder. They're I would say a lot harder to see in this than they are in Dark Souls, because the crystal lizards are the glowing crystals. Nice. Okay, we might be. How much of the upgrade material do we have? We need 8 to get... Okay, we got 6. That's not a bad start at all. I would love to upgrade my weapon again, because I think that's like... That's really like the most substantial means of upgrading anything in this game. Like more so than... I don't want to say more so than your stats, but... there's one of those guys. Can I get him before the giant? Nope. He disappeared. Oh, no, the giant hit him once. Nope. And he disappeared. He ran away. I don't really want to fight you, giant. I'm bummed I couldn't hit the guy. Little lizard. Come out here into the open. I'll fight you. I don't want to, but I will. I don't think I can really stagger him, but I should also, like, get back into practice. Yeah, Dark Souls enemy. Get behind him. Stay behind him. Not bad. Bloodstone shard. Okay, we're 1 away now. 5 bloodstone shards. Okay, we can maybe do both our gun again and the saw cleaver, which would be pretty excellent. I'm bummed I didn't get that little guy, though, because the little guy... those little guys usually drop a lot. He might come back if I leave the area. Like, they don't respawn in the way enemies do, but I think if you kill them once, they're gone forever. But I think if I leave the area and come back, he might be back. Not positive. But yeah, they tend to have rare drops, and they're, I said, a lot harder to see in this than they are in Dark Souls. Feels like an area I'm going to get ambushed in. I think... This is another area I think I know. I don't know the area in general. I think I just know this room that I'm almost certain there's nothing behind any of these, nor is there any kind of benefit for breaking them. There's not like an achievement or hidden items. I'm also... Dawn waits ahead. I'm also almost certain there's no mimics in this game. No? Okay, well, just want to make sure. Tempering Bloodstone gem. Nice. Open door? Closed. Well, that's obvious. That's why I was trying to open it. Okay, maybe that's something we unlock later. Or like we loop back around and that's the exit. Exit to something. See, the one bummer is that I just figured out how to get this game to work, but it is late at night, so my brain also isn't going to be great right now. On top of which, I don't really like playing games that late at night. Like, I try to stop playing video games within, like, 2 hours of going to bed, as weird as that sounds. Or like maybe that sounds weird, I don't know. I feel like I'm not a horrible insomniac. Like I'm okay compared to a lot of people, so to speak. Like I don't have a huge issue with it, but at times I certainly have a restless mind, and I know that being sort of disciplined and not consuming certain kinds of media helps. What's this do? Okay. I bet I could dodge under that in time. Will this also do the same thing though? I wonder if that unlocks a different gate. Like, one always has to be down. Here, big guy. I don't see big guy. Oh, there he is. Do I want to fight you, or do I just want to run past? I guess I'll fight him. About half. Let's not get greedy. Okay. Big guy down. Oh, blood vials, thank you. And up we go. This is a path we have not followed yet. Love these gigantic incense burners, though. Those are super cool. It's a really cool environmental design thing. I wonder if that crow's going to drop down on me. Abandoned wheelchair on a bunch of steps feels symbolic. A few notes. Treat man with care. Wondrous moon. What is here? Open main gate. Only special emblem opens the main gate. So I think that must be the thing we, there's something we can buy in the dream that does that. Maybe we should head back to the dream, upgrade our weapon, and then go that way. Though, I think I know what's up in that direction. And I kind of think we shouldn't. For now, at least for a little bit. So we could go down into Old Yharnam, and there is a save point that way, so it's actually not horrible for us to go in that direction. Not save point, but a lantern. So we could go back to the dream from there, if we so choose. Get over here. Die. Dodging back and dodging forward really works pretty consistently. I gotta get better about doing some of those combos. I think that transform combo is really strong. I'm not 100% positive, but I feel like I was looking at some footage. I think I do it in one episode, or maybe I tried this during the stuttering. I can't remember, but I think you maybe get a damage bonus for transforming. Can't remember. Should be a guy in here, right? Wasn't there? Or is he just like a one-time thing? Oh, oh, there you are. Yeah, I'm not positive, but I do think that there maybe is a damage bonus for transforming. I'll have to, like, actually add up the numbers because it's kind of hard to tell on first glance. Okay, back down we go towards Old Yharnam. Old Yharnam, I believe, is supposed to be like a relatively difficult area. So there is a part of me also concerned. Oh yeah, werewolf. Forgot about him. Hello, sir. Come on. Oh, I can parry these two. I should get that timing down. Nice. That's a one-shot. Cool. Nice. Okay. We almost certainly can upgrade both gun and saw, which I would really like to do. I'm not, I mean, again, maybe it's all placebo effect or something, but I do think that the gun is working better since I upgraded it the one time. I mean, I might just be getting better. I don't know. We're still early into the game, though. As I said, I'm kind of flabbergasted at how much we actually have played total when I tally up the numbers. You know, I might edit some videos together. Like, this might be the first half of a video. So let's just head back to the Hunter's Dream real quick. Upgrade some stuff, and then go into Old Yharnam. Maybe in another session after I'm feeling like a little bit more rested, because it is just late enough that I'd rather not frustrate myself, throwing myself into a difficult zone. So let's start with fortification. So I have 13 shards. So we are gaining another 9 damage on main, 3 on the bonus. So slightly diminishing returns, but not like super diminishing. It's a bigger chunk gained. So let's start with upgrading that. Let's see what we need. So we need twin bloodstone shards next in order to upgrade that. And I don't think we found we have not found a single one of those so far. Let's upgrade you because we have all of the required materials. And that was like a more than 10% gain on damage, which is impressive. And it looks like next time we upgrade it, our blood tinge also upgrades from a D scaling to a C scaling, which is actually currently doesn't do very much because we have really low blood tinge. Like, we have horrible blood tinge. We have just 5, or, well, I'm not sure how much we have, but like that could become something we put points into later. Nothing to repair. Blood gem fortification now. Anything I can put here? No. Anything I can put here? So we do have a slot where I can add another 0.4%, which actually doesn't increase my damage for now, but HP continues to recover +1. That's having passive background healing isn't bad. It's not huge. HP continues to recover +1. Oh wait. Oh, I can have them both. Oh, that's nice. So that does actually give me an extra point of damage. So, okay. Cool. So we now have a combined 1.8 physical % up. The bloodstone gems are going to be something I'm going to have to like look into more, or like we're going to learn about together, because historically when I've watched playthroughs of this, Let's Players either skip out the act of them upgrading these things, or only talk about it a little bit, and as a result of that I don't know too much. What can I buy here? Small resonant bell. Small bell discovered in the old underground labyrinth. Its ring resonates across worlds, and the first hunter used it as a special signal to call hunters from other worlds to cross the gap and cooperate. The spell resonates with its counterpart, the beckoning bell. Ring to help hunters in other worlds. Note, online use only, cannot use this item offline. That is something I would like to get at some point. Like, I'm not going to play the co-op stuff much, but I'm kind of intrigued. What else do you have? I can get Gascoigne's set, apparently. So, second boss, Gascoigne. His armor is available to me if we so choose, and we need a total of 6 insight. I could hypothetically buy it all now, but I'm not going to. For the sake of it, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that like most of the armor in this game is reasonably well balanced. Like there isn't bad armor You might want to choose certain armor in certain areas. Like if you're in the poison area, having armor with high poison resist is to your advantage, but like there's no meme armor, there's no like F tier armor or something like that, an S tier armor that you should be playing with, at least as far as I understand it. So let's get some lore. Hunter attire worn by Father Gascoigne. Similar to hunter garb created at the workshop, only these are tainted by a pungent, beastly stench that eats away at Gascoigne. Father is a title used for clerics in a foreign land. There is no such rank in the Healing Church. This dingy scarf is a holy shawl and symbol of the Healing Church, from which Gascoigne would eventually part ways. Interesting. So we now have learned Gascoigne was a foreigner, came to Yharnam, joined the Healing Church, presumably, and then left the Healing Church. Similar to hunter garb created at the workshop. Okay, same as the hat. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely identical. It's cool armor. I don't have the brain power to crunch numbers right now, but I could do a little bit of research to see if there are specific advantages to one versus the other. Do you guys have anything new? Nope. I could buy the hand lantern, which I kind of want to do. I could also buy the Kirk hammer, which I also kind of want to do. Let's buy the hand lantern for now. Which I think... How does that work? Hand lantern. I think that just like hangs out on your... Once you turn it on. Yeah, I think it just like hangs out on your belt. And like hypothetically... I guess I don't know if it actually raises enemy aggro in the dark, but like being able to see things in the dark is important to me. Like I would rather like deal with enemy aggro than like not be able to see enemies and like aggro them anyway.
Welcome. What is it? Very well, let me...
And we can level once, so... let's pump that endurance again. So it's only up 1 point, but there is a positive to us continuing to pump up poison resist. Physical defense, I think, goes up with every single stat. I can't remember if... Does poison resist too? No. So endurance does help with poison resist, so that's something we don't need early game, I don't think. But it's not a bad thing just to keep in the back of our heads.
Farewell, good hunter.
Okay. Yharnam headstone. Let's go back to old Yharnam. Okay, everybody, I'm going to take a break and continue recording tomorrow, but I think we'll keep this as one video for the time being, and yeah, you'll just see a little break in just a moment. But yeah, tomorrow, maybe tomorrow evening, I'll get back to old Yharnam, which is a slightly concerning area to me. We'll just preview it a little bit. So, big concern. So was there one of those guys? Yes. Nope. Oh, dang it. Okay, what did you drop? Bloodstone shards, yay. Don't really need them. Now I'm here. I've made a mistake, everyone. Well, let's end the video here. I made a mistake, everybody. I get to fix this tomorrow. Alright, everyone. It is now morning. Welcome back to Bloodborne. My problem still exists. The situation has not improved overnight. The hunter has not decided to fix this on their own. So we can drop down. So, the big problem with this area is, I believe it's that tower. Close to center of the screen. I'm not 100% sure about that, though. There is the guy who yelled at us and told us to leave. This area has been taken over by beasts. And he has, like, a big old Gatling gun. He's gonna harass us if we get too close. Okay. We also gotta be careful, because these ladies hide around corners and will slit your throat if they grab you. Okay. And they're also applying some kind of status effect. Oh, okay. Blood gemstone. Okay, interesting drop. And a torch. I don't mind having that. That'll be good for the dark areas. Huh. No, not this way. Where do I go? There's no illusory walls, are there? Scourge of the hidden path. Maybe there is an illusory wall. Huh. I don't know. Aha. Well, this person died. I don't know how. Presumably falling. Also died. Also going this way. So it's really not smart for us to go that way. Huh. Okay. We didn't die. We'll just watch out for grabby ladies. Open door. Does not open from the side. That's not great. Okay. Oh. I don't know why people were dying. Ladder. We seem to be doing okay for ourselves. I say, as maybe the Gatling gun revs up behind me. What's up here? Oh, neat. This is an item I've seen other people struggle to find in their playthroughs, and we just found it by accident. Or, like, people have seen it from other vantage points and not have, like, didn't know how to get to it. We just got it on our own. Oh, and we're just back here at the start. I do kind of want that item, which will be an annoying loop, but let's just get it before we forget it. Bloodstone shard, okay. The loop isn't actually bad, so. Okay. So we faced the ladies. They weren't that bad. Well, the problem is we knew that there were two of them, and we saw them both, so we were able to control the situation. But I do know that there's going to be situations coming up soon where one will bait you, and then one will kind of be hiding. And yeah, if they grab you, I think they have a little dagger, and they, like, slit your throat. Which is, like, massive amounts of damage for, like, kind of a slow-moving, like, standard area enemy. Over here. There was a guy on this bridge. Hello. Speak of the devil. Waste of a bullet. Oh, blood gemstone also. So old Yharnam, as was mentioned, it's good blood guide your way. Well, that's super useful for now. Old Yharnam, as was mentioned, was an area of the city that they basically just altogether abandoned because it had been too overtaken by beasts. And we can see that quite evident here. The beasts, of course, just being people. And they tried to, like, burn down the city, or did, I guess, in a sense. In hopes of, that kind of just simplifying their problem. Which obviously didn't totally work. But now we have a hunter who's almost just watching over the beasts and kind of letting them do their thing. This hunter seems to be up on the, he seems to be on the uptake that the beasts either once were human or, at least maybe aren't what they seem to be. Whether or not the beasts are evil, I guess, is kind of an interesting question. I would say, in a sense, that they kind of are. I guess it's more accurate, maybe, to say that they've been corrupted. Like... Oh, hello. You just... Were you just there, or did you crawl up from, like, under the building? The beasts were kind of like the result of corruption, I guess you could say. Bloodstone shards, excellent. We will be able to upgrade the gun again relatively soon. Oh, hello. And like, you know, you should have empathy, I think, for the beasts in a lot of senses, because like these are normal people who are given the healing blood, told, you know, being told that it was safe when it wasn't. I don't think that's really their fault, and they ended up corrupted by it. But like, I don't know.
You are a skilled hunter.
Not to modernize it too much, but like there is this kind of like opioid crisis thing to like this idea that like we try to moralize, or people have moralized, people being addicted to this thing that was given to them, but like they didn't choose. Okay, so we could drop down there. I didn't even intend to come this way. That is indeed the tower, and that is a Gatling gun position. I kind of want to take him out immediately if possible, which I think there's a ladder on the back side of the tower. But I think...
Which is why I must stop you.
Oh.
Well, the next time...
Okay, I did not take the safe route down. And that Gatling gun does indeed do damage very quickly. So... Okay. Not great. Let's try dropping down to the right, and maybe that is a safe way around. We will lose the 3,000 blood echoes, but I think we can just accept it. I think that, like, it's not worth attempting to reclaim them if it results in us being put in a position where we're just going to, like, die again to the Gatling gun. On top of which, the guy on top of that tower will earn us probably kind of a lot of echoes. I don't know if I'm going to clear up... Oh! Hello? Ow. I don't know if it makes sense to clear out these guys every single time, because there's kind of a lot of them. Oh, you were just here the whole time, huh? You're like perched like a bird. He maybe doesn't start firing if I'm up here though, so... Oh, you have my echoes. Lovely. Cool. That's great. We did get our echoes back, everybody. We probably have enough to level up again. What do you say? Time for falls. Well, certainly less damage in a fall. Oh, more bloodstone shards. Safe down here? I just want to see how many we have. We have 7. We are 1 away from being able to get the gun upgrade 3. Come on. I aggroed you. Oh, I can also turn you back on. I see you through the window. Trying to grab me. I assumed that I think the other one that walked by was supposed to be the bait. Antidotes? Okay, so that's... Usually these games are pretty good about this, like, game design thing of, like, hey, if you're given something, that probably means something. So if I'm being given antidotes, I suspect that that build-up that I was seeing on screen was probably poison. Okay. So Gatling gun is active. Here, beasts. Oh, up. I don't want to go up. I don't think I want to go up at least. Wish I could peek safely, but I don't know if I can. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, I don't think I can safely. I think I want to go down. Up there. I just know I need to wrap around, and there's like a very long ladder. Hello, crows. Don't want to deal with you right now. Oh, there's a hunter too, that's a problem. Hunter plus the Gatling gun is a very big problem. Get over here, buddy. You come to me. Ow, 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 Gatling gun. Okay. We might be in a situation where we just need to try to run past. Because I don't think that, that's going to be feasible. Like, fighting while dodging the Gatling gun will be rough. He has so much distance on me, though, that I think that he can aim pretty effectively. Like, turning radius is, like, a thing in this game in a sense that, like, some of the Gatling gunners can't turn very fast, so you can actually dodge their fire pretty well. But he has so much distance on me. He has so much distance on me. Like, he can turn really, really rapidly. Or, like, the degree that he has to turn is relatively low. Are you a different one? Oh, you are a different one, and I have slow poison. Ow. I shouldn't waste those too much. The file. Excellent. Okay, let's go back. Down. Oh. Hello. I was hoping she might have my souls. No luck. Be one of the crows, maybe? Okay, we're gonna just go for a run. Well, let's actually see if the crows have it, and then we'll go for a run. I don't think the crows have it. I think he can't get me over here anyway. The Gatling gun can't aim over here, I mean. Huh. Joke's on you, buddy. I'm not going over to you. Okay, we're safe-ish in here. Oh. Oh! Not safe. There is another hunter. Are you gonna fight me? No? You're gonna hide up there, okay. Weird. That feels glitchy. Like he was maybe supposed to... Like he's maybe like pathing... I think it was a different hunter though, because he was using the saw blade rather than the spear. If I could fight them one at a time, I wouldn't be too worried, but... What's over here? Is this where I get to the ladder? No. This is a big old cathedral. Is that the blood-starved beast? I don't think it is. I don't know. I think that might be later. I know there's a boss in a chapel, cathedral sort of thing like that. Called Blood-Starved Beast, who I know is another boss people have a lot of trouble with early on. And is also poison-themed. Relevant to the whole, yeah, we give you antidotes thing. Turn back. Glowing red eyes, cool. Antidotes. Blood vials, okay. Happy to keep grinding those up. I haven't been picking them up that much in this area compared to the earlier parts of the game. Oh, and there we go. We got the gun upgrade set. That is not Blood-Starved Beast. This is just a different place. They're aggroed on me, but they have no way to get up here. Oh, hello. Oh, are you guys being like summoned? Or what? I wonder if that screeching is like a summoner. But then again, I'm getting souls for them, which I believe summoned enemies in Dark Souls, at least, you generally don't get experience points for them. Because otherwise it would just be like a really efficient farming thing that you could like keep fighting summoned enemies over and over. And like let the summoner keep doing their thing forever. Blood vials, excellent. Oh, no, this is just a place. I think. Hopefully we don't get boss music all of a sudden. If we do, I'm gonna... Let's add Punch and Blood Cocktail and... not Hunter's Mark, but... Bolt Hunter's Mark. Item. Ritual Blood. I think that is important. This feels like a whole different area. Okay, so there's stuff there. Stuff straight ahead, stuff to the right. I think this isn't where exactly I want to be right now. At least this isn't the way that you get to the ladder to kill the Gatling gun guy. Who's also supposed to be a pretty hard fight, I think. So that might round out the episode, if we can find him. I would guess it's back up here. And through the one door we didn't go through. There was something up here, right? Yes. Oh wait, no, this is where... I don't think there was anything else up here. This is just a different way down? Maybe there's an item or something if we drop down this way rather than going around the other way. How do we get to the ladder, I wonder? Maybe we have to go back out and bait out those hunters. Which I don't want to do. They're not going to be easy. Oh, ladder. Hello? Well, a ladder. I don't think this is the ladder. It's definitely not the ladder. Ah, maybe that's the ladder. There is also a drop-down point, so we'll have to remember that. I don't know if I know that much about this guy up here, other than the fact that he's protecting the beasts, I think is kind of neat. Here's the ladder. Okay. Now this guy's hard. Ow. And he has a... Oh wow, yeah, he has a health bar. I'm gonna try to get him to fall, ideally. Yes. Okay. There we go. And I think, I'm not 100% positive, but I think if we quit and reload, his stuff should drop on top of the tower. Yeah, that guy is supposed to be really, really tough because he has, I think, a reasonably high-level blunderbuss, so his ability to hit you with his gun is very, very high. But because it's so high level, it'll like interrupt you really easily. So he can hit you easily, interrupt you every time he hits you. And yeah, you saw his health bar was crazy. Like I got 2 viscerals on him. There we go. Got 2 viscerals on him, and like I maybe took out a quarter of his health bar. Powder keg hunter badge. Excellent. Okay. time. Okay, well, we're getting close to this episode being an hour now. There is a part of me that kind of wants to see what this drop-down point was, just so we don't forget it. I think this is a drop-down point. It is. Oh, is this like an alternate? No. Okay, so that is an alternate drop. Oh, rafter walking. The classic FromSoft pastime. But now that Gatling Gun Guy is dead, we can more freely explore Old Yharnam. Okay, so it looks like on the middle level there is an item for me to pick up also. So that is a reason to go through that one side door. Something good? Nope, not really. It's not bad either, but it's just like not super impressive. Okay. Sweaty palms, everybody. There we go. Molotovs, cool. It's a good thing to have. Is there anything I can get over here? I think if I jump, I won't actually get anywhere. I can't like get across it to that top bit, but I can. Can I get over there? Is the question. Yes. And I nailed the jump, which is not necessarily... Oh, bloody messenger head bandage. Interesting. Nothing but messages here, Wondrous Hunter. Hilarious. I love, one of the cool things about the community interaction points like that is that, yeah, you get these, like, kind of... They're sort of silly things that people leave behind like that. Is there a safe way down? I don't know if there is. It's not a good use of resources, but I kind of want to... Let's close this episode out. Let's just go back to the dream. We did get a ritual blood, so we can actually do a Holy Chalice ritual now. I think. Maybe we need both ritual blood and a chalice. I might be misunderstanding that. Oh. Neat. I thought it would take us straight to the Hunter's Dream. Okay, let's just go there. We have enough stuff to level up. I think we can upgrade the gun. We still haven't found any twin bloodstone shards, or whatever they're called. The twin blood. But I don't know. Well, I'm sure we'll find them plenty coming up soon, because we're making pretty good progress. Fortify weapons. We still can't do this. We need twin bloodstone shards. We have more than enough to upgrade this, though. So let's get that up. I didn't even check what it was. I presume I think it was at 88, so it went up another little more than 10%. And that also upgraded our blood tinge, I think, from D to C for scaling. Fortification. So we have a bunch of new... Oh, they're all 1.4. So let's actually, yeah, let's upgrade that to 1.4, so that gets us a damage point, and then we could upgrade one of these to 1.4, but it doesn't give us any damage points, and we lose the one bonus health thing we have. So let's hold off on that. I don't think I can do anything with you yet. No, we need like a round blood gem or something. I don't think we have what we need here. Yeah. So that other one is for runes, which are like passives you can apply to yourself in general, not just to a specific weapon. Let's see what new things we can get now that we got the powder keg. So, rope Molotov cocktail, exploding Molotov cocktail that is thrown behind. Allows for more maneuvering compared to an ordinary Molotov cocktail and can catch foes off guard. Since the tragedy that struck old Yharnam, fire has become a staple in beast hunts, and it is thought to cleanse impurity. Certain types of beasts have an abnormal fear of flame. So I think of that as kind of being like a versus weapon or something. Like if you're doing PvP, being able to get people to chase you and then presumably throw this back at them when they're chasing you is kind of a tricky maneuver. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. I do want to buy that at some point. That's 10,000. New weapons. Let's see. It looks like there is something. Rifle spear. A trick weapon crafted by the workshop heretics, the powder kegs. A prototype weapon serving as a simple firearm and spear, possibly created in imitation of a lost Canehurst weapon. Lacks any notable functions, saving that it is the only trick weapon with an attached gun. So yeah, this has its transformability, I believe, replaces your ability to use your gun, but does actually consume bullets. And I think it works kind of like a shotgun, despite the fact that they call it a rifle spear. I'm not 100% positive, but I've never played with it, certainly. So that's a cool new weapon. I would like to try that out. I like spears in general in games. I think that spears are kind of like a noble weapon that has been sort of ignored over time. I'll go into that tangent some other time, but let's see what else we got. We also have the stake driver. A trick weapon fashioned by the workshop heretics, the powder kegs, favored by the retired hunter Jura. The stake driver, with its queerly complex design, violently drives thick stakes into the flesh of foes. A stake driver allows for high damage critical attacks, but is difficult to use and leaves the wielder wide open. But none of this should bother a mere powder keg. So this is a cool weapon also. It's a weird one where it doesn't necessarily transform, but you can kind of like, you can sort of like cock it. Like you can the transformation lets you load the mechanism or whatever, which allows you to do kind of a like a high damage thing where you can see that lever action, and there's like there's sort of a threaded mechanism coming out the back. So yeah, it is like an engine that propels the spike forward even beyond what your arm is using to thrust it with. So I would like, at some point or another, we'll grind enough echoes and I'll just buy all the weapons. I don't think we'll do that for now, like not this early in the game. But when we start doing the chalice dungeons, like there's this one chalice dungeon in particular that is famously like really good for cheesing echo farming. We won't do it early in the game, but like maybe, I don't know, once we're getting to a point where it kind of feels like, okay, let's start wrapping things up, like last third of the game or something, I might cheese it. I won't get into that. There's a longer explanation for that one particular dungeon as well. It's kind of a meme within the community. I guess briefly to talk on the rifle spear thing, I've always liked spears in games because like so much fantasy fiction, in any number of senses of that word, really, really venerates swords as like the noble weapon. Like it's literally the sword is the weapon of nobility, and some of that attitude comes out of like legend, like Arthurian legend with Excalibur, but a lot of it also comes out of I don't know, like the history of gentry, I suppose, and like officers would carry a sword because you could draw it on horseback or whatever, and like an officer in battle would use it rather than like the standard infantry. And it became very fashionable, even like into the Renaissance and after, that like gentlemen of a certain kind would like own swords or carry swords, and that like sort of influenced how fiction about pre-Renaissance times was being written, and like the sword was very, very romanticized as a result of all this. In reality, though, like in the grand scheme of the history of warfare, spears are like much, much more important than swords. Like standard infantry would almost always use spears. And there's a lot of these stories about how like battles would be like won or lost based on the quality of spears, and like two armies facing off, like which one army choosing to have like a 7-foot spear instead of a 6-foot spear could be the difference between winning and losing. Even if you had like fewer guys and worse trained guys, like having an extra foot of length in a spear handle literally is just like what makes a win possible, because you can like stay away from your enemies and poke them at a distance, and that's ultimately kind of what like is more important than actual skill. And there's these funny videos you can find online, I guess not funny, but like kind of interesting, of there's like competition like stage combat people, or like competition sword combat people at like Renaissance fairs who, you know, are trying to like revive medieval styles or whatever, or like studying medieval texts about sword fighting. And like this is a very popular thing that people watch at Renaissance fairs and whatever, these tournaments. And there's a video where they're talking about how effective spears are over swords, and they like gave one of these sword guys a spear. Obviously it doesn't have a sharp point on it, neither do the competition swords, but they were like, they gave it to a sword guy who wasn't at all trained in spear, and they sent like trained like competition sword guys to do one-on-one fights with him. And these are people who are like obsessed with this stuff. They do it like every single weekend, and like some of them win championships or whatever. And it was like a dude who was one of those, but didn't actually have any experience in spear, and they would have him go one-on-one against these like championship sword guys, and like he was winning 9 times out of 10 with a weapon he didn't know at all, just because like the extra couple feet of length is like, you know, like can't be, like you can't really beat it. So I don't know, like I feel like the fact that spears have kind of been relegated in popular culture to being this lesser weapon or something is kind of sad to me. I think that there's something kind of like humble about their importance in history that's been overlooked. Continuing though, sorry for that long tangent. I don't think there's new guns here. We have no new armor, no new blood gems. Okay. I think we're all good there. Is there anything new we picked up today? I know we picked up at least one piece of armor, which is new. Oh, monocular, we never read. Monocular used to view things up close. Not a hunter's tool, but a simple antique, to be used as one sees fit. So we can use this at any time to, like we can zoom in on things. Like it's a telescope for like scoping out the environment. I think that's it. Ritual blood. Material used in a holy chalice ritual. One of the basic ingredients used to satiate a holy chalice is this incoagulable blood. When all is melted in blood, all is reborn. So we have 2 of those now, it seems. And basically the chalice dungeons, which I mentioned, are they're sort of like challenge levels. Besides requiring the chalice, I guess you do need the ritual blood to be able to access the chalice, or to like activate the chalice. So we can't endlessly farm by just constantly going back into the same dungeon, but I think you need these will become an increasingly common drop throughout the game, I think. And I'm not 100% positive, but I think that like once you unlock a particular chalice dungeon, I think it's basically guaranteed that you will find a ritual blood in that dungeon, so long as you like complete it. Like I think that it's a more or less guaranteed drop, so you shouldn't be losing them if you're able to complete a dungeon. Oh, so this isn't even a I thought it was armor, but no, it's a bloody... Okay, messengers, of course, it's the little guys. Accessory adored by the naive messengers, imitating the bandages of scourge victims, unaware of their meaning. The splatters of blood give it a particularly nice touch. The inhabitants of the stump appear to have an interest in adornment. Why not let them be happy and revel as babes? Okay, so we can actually let these little guys play dress up. Like we can find... I know we can find top hats for them, and I think we can find bows, and there's some other stuff like that. Powder Keg Hunter Badge. Badge crafted by the Powder Kegs, the heretics of the workshop. The Powder Keg's adoration of complex design and big booms culminated in weapon designs that contrast with those traditionally of the workshop. The late Powder Kegs, bless their souls, had a motto: if a weapon ain't got kick, it just ain't worth it. So, that does remind me, we did get a little bit of new lore between the first time mention of Canehurst, and now this idea that the Powder Kegs were heretics within the church. So what that means is a little bit obtuse to me right now, but maybe we'll find more as we keep going. And Canehurst will be coming back. I think that's the first time we've seen that word, but we'll hear more later. Hunter's Torch and Torch are different, apparently. Do they have different stats? They do. Hunter's Torch does double damage and has way better arcane scaling. Like B rather than D. Okay. Hunter's Torch. A torch formed by wrapping pine resin-drenched cloth around the end of a long stick, once used in old Yharnam. Designed to incinerate beasts and victims touched by the scourge. Its fire damage is highly effective against beasts. So yeah, this is actually kind of a good weapon against beast-type enemies, I think. I don't necessarily want to replace the gun, but in certain situations it might not be bad to have as a backup. Nothing new there. Nothing... Okay. I don't think we have enough echoes to level up unless we,
Welcome. What is it?
I think we need to pop a do. We're 200 short. I don't really want to use an item, but let's just do it to level up at the end of the episode. That feels appropriate. Cold Blood Dew. Perfect. No, that's not... We're not hugely going over. If I only had like a high level gem, that would give me like 2,500 or something. I would probably just hold off. But the enemies are taking more hits, so let's upgrade our strength again, and that gets us... It's actually scaling a little bit better. I mean, like, our weapon scaling being better is certainly helping. So we're getting two... Oh, and of course, right at the end of the session, another siren. Okay. Okay, everybody. Well, we're gonna leave off in the siren right at the end of the session. Hopefully you guys can't hear that too loud. It's loud for me. So, thank you so much for watching, everybody. We're gonna close off in the Hunter's Dream, and I hope to continue recording tonight because there's so much for us to explore just in that little area. There's more in Old Yharnam to explore, and we can explore it a little bit more thoroughly now that we don't have to worry about the Gatling gun. And then there was that path leading down from the chapel, which I think might be an entirely new area. We'll see. We'll see, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. I'm excited to get back into it, so we'll see you next time.